Hi everyone, I am Ariel Lim, and this is Ariel Lim Yoga. So you know who I am, you know what we're doing. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for Yoga for Your Rest Day. Now I typically work out about 5 days a week, doing a mix of strength training, plyometrics, a tiny bit of cardio, and I really like to do these targeted muscle group workouts. And on the other 2 days, I just practice yoga. So today we're going to move through a flow that I would do on one of those rest days. It's going to be low to the ground. We're going to keep it nice and chill. It's going to be a very gentle practice. So we'll start our practice today in a nice, comfortable seated position, any position of your choice, letting the hips, the glutes, the thighs grow heavy and flush with the support of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale, finding a nice long line of energy moving up along that spinal column. Start to sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders back and down, lifting from the top of our head gently. Take a nice deep breath here through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. Sigh it out here. We'll take another nice deep breath just like that through the nose. And exhale, settling into our practice. And from here, we're going to take nice little semicircles with our chin, going from shoulder to shoulder here. Starting to stretch along the cervical spine. So the part of the spine along the base of your skull, the back of the neck. Take your time here, exaggerating these movements from shoulder to shoulder. I can hear a little bit of crunching in the neck. So a lot of us carry a lot of tension here, especially if we're on our phones or a computer all day. When you're ready, we're going to take the head back, and now we're going to do ear to shoulder. No rush here. Take your time. Just noticing the sensations. Noticing if you feel any difference in the amount of tension you may be carrying as you move, and let it go. Beautiful. We'll come back to center here, and we'll bring our right ear towards our right shoulder as we walk our left fingertips out to the left until we feel a nice stretch along the side of the neck, down through the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath, breathing up through those left fingertips, along the arm, the neck. And exhale, washing away any tension here in the side of the neck. One more nice deep breath, just like that. And let it go. Beautiful. Bring that left hand back to the left knee or thigh, and we'll take the left ear to the left shoulder, walking those right fingertips out until you feel a nice little stretch along the side of the neck here on the right side. Taking a nice deep breath, breathing up through those fingertips, the arm, the side of the neck. And exhale, letting any stress or tension carried here melt away. One more breath, just like that. And let it go. Beautiful. We'll come back to center. And on an inhale, we'll rise the arms up and overhead. The hands meet, the fingers interlace, and we'll press those palms away up towards the sky. Maybe you gaze up at your hands for a moment. And then we'll release the right hand down to the mat and reach up and over with the left hand. Getting a nice side body stretch. Maybe you gaze up at those left fingertips, the left palm. Bringing that shoulder back, opening across the chest. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. One more breath here in our side stretch. And exhale. We'll come back to center, interlace those fingers, pressing the palms up towards the sky, and then we'll release the left hand down and reach up and over with the right. Pull that right shoulder back, gaze up at the right palm. Take a nice deep breath up through the hip, through the side body, out through the fingertips. Another nice full inhale and exhale. Coming back through center, we'll interlace those fingers, press the palms away, and this time we'll take a twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee or thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, and then inhale, finding length in the spine. Exhale, wring it out, gaze over the right shoulder. Take another nice inhale here, nice cleansing breath. And exhale, maybe you twist just a little further. Inhale, come back through center. We'll interlace those fingers, press the palms away, and then we'll take a twist to the left this time, bringing the right hand to the left thigh or knee. Sitting up nice and tall on an inhale. And exhale, twist, gaze over that left shoulder. Take another nice deep breath here, finding space in the spinal column. Exhale, wring it out, let it go. We'll come back through center and find our way into a tabletop position. Bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide here, placing equal pressure throughout the fingertips, pressing into your mat, pressing the mat away from you so you're not collapsing into your shoulders. The tops of the feet are on the mat. Take a nice deep breath here in your tabletop, feeling grounded. And exhale. We'll begin to take some C curl motions. So we'll bring our head and our hips over towards the right, gazing towards your right foot. Come back through center, and then we'll take it to the left, gazing towards our left foot. Come back through center. We'll curl to the right. Coming back through center, and then we'll curl to the left, bringing those hips in the right gaze, left gaze to the left. Come back through center. We'll do one more round, gazing back towards your right foot. Come back through center, and we'll take it to the left. Beautiful. From here, we'll bring those big toes to touch, extend the knees out wide, and begin to bring the hips and the glutes towards our heels, walking the hands forward. We'll bring our chest to the mat, and you can release the forehead to the support of the mat as well for an extended child's pose. Taking a nice deep breath, breathing through those fingertips, up through the arms, down the back, and out through the feet. Taking another nice deep cleansing breath. And exhale, release. Let go into the mat, surrender here. Take another nice deep breath as you lift the chest and begin to walk those hands over towards the left. You can bring the right hand on top of the left for a side body stretch. Exhale to lower the chest, feeling that stretch from the hip along the arms. Take another nice deep full breath, enjoying this side stretch in your child's pose. And exhale. On your inhale, we'll walk through center and take it to the right, bringing the left hand on top of the right hand. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale to lower to the mat. Breathing up through the hip the side body, out through those left fingertips. Take another nice deep breath here. And exhale, letting anything you're carrying here go. On our next inhale, we'll come back through center. And then we'll thread the needle here. So we're going to take our right hand, bring it underneath the left, bringing the right ear and shoulder to the mat. If you want a little more, you can reach that left hand around your back toward your right hip crease for a bind. Kind of an awkward shape with a great stretch in the hips and the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into those shoulders, into those hips. And exhale, let it go. One more nice, full cleansing breath into those shoulders and hips. And exhale. If you're in a bind, release the left hand back to the mat, pressing yourself up, unthreading the needle here, and bringing the right hand forward as we thread the needle with the left arm, bringing it over towards the right, our left shoulder, our left ear, come down to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale here, and exhale. You can take a bind on this side, wrapping that right hand around you, reaching towards the left hip crease. Take a nice deep inhale, breathing into that left shoulder, into the right hip crease. And exhale, let it go. One more breath, just like that one. If you're in that bind, release the right hand to the mat and use it to help you lift up and unthread the needle. We'll walk ourselves back to our tabletop position, and then we'll walk the arms forward and begin to lower to the belly. The tops of the feet are on the mat. Our thighs grow heavy on the mat. And we'll bring our elbows so they're underneath our shoulders. Our palms are nice and wide in front of us. And we'll lift on an inhale with the chest for a nice Sphinx pose. Have a little bit of a list, so that's a very hard word for me to say, so forgive me for that one. In our Sphinx pose, we're going to gently tug the forearms back as we pull the chest forward. Take a nice deep inhale here. Beautiful. And exhale. One more nice deep inhale. Again, you're bringing that chest forward as you have that intention of tugging the forearms back. And exhale, we'll slowly release. We'll stack the forearms on top of each other here. We'll lower our chin to our forearms. And then we'll take our right foot and begin to bring it towards our glute. You can stay here, or you can keep the left arm on the mat, reaching back with the right to bring that foot closer to your glute for a nice little stretch along the quads. Take a nice deep breath here. Breathing into that right hip crease, into the quads. The closer you bring the heel towards the glute, the more of a stretch you will feel. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, release the right foot to the mat. You can bring your right forearm in front and do the same thing on the left, bringing the left foot towards the left glute. You can stay here if that's enough of a stretch for you, or you can reach back with that left foot, pulling it closer to your glutes. Remembering that the closer that heel comes towards your booty, the more of a stretch you will feel along the quads. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, we'll let that foot come back down to the mat. We're going to press our hands up as we come back into a tabletop position. We'll cross at the ankles, sit back, and extend our feet out long in front of us. Shake it out a bit. Sit up nice and tall. This is our staff pose. Our palms are pressing into the mat as we lift up through the spine, lifting our head towards the sky, gazing forward, feeling a nice stretch along the shoulders as we press into the mat, almost as if we were going to lift ourselves off of the mat. That's how much of a connection you want to make here. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Release the pressure out of the wrists and bend into that right knee, bringing the right foot to the mat. We'll cross our right foot over our left, sitting up nice and tall. We'll bring our left fingertips behind us, lifting up the right arm on an inhale. And exhale, we'll twist, bringing that right elbow outside of the knee, gazing over at the left. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. We'll release. We'll extend the right leg out and we'll bend the left knee, stepping it over to the right. We'll bring our right fingertips behind us, tenting the fingertips if you'd like, or you can bring the palm to the mat, whatever feels good in your arm. On an inhale, we'll rise that left arm up and exhale to twist, bringing that left elbow outside of the left knee, gazing at the right. Take a nice deep breath and exhale to twist. Another breath here. Beautiful. And then we'll come back through center, extending the legs. This time we'll find a little bend in our knees. We'll sit up nice and tall, keeping our hips flush with the mat. We'll inhale to rise the arms up and overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Find a nice stretch in those shoulders and exhale, leading with the chest. We'll fold, letting the hands rest wherever they land today. This is a gentle practice, so don't strain yourself. Find as generous of a bend in the knees as feels good today. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe you find just a little extra length along the spine and exhale. Surrender into your forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe into the low back. And just enjoy this stretch. If you would like a little more of a stretch in the hamstrings, you can grab onto the feet, pulling with the biceps closer toward you. You should feel the stretch underneath the back sides of the thighs. One more breath here. And exhale. Beautiful. We'll begin to slowly roll our way back up to seated. We'll bend our legs, bringing our glutes towards our heels, and slowly lower our way to our back. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, wrapping your arms around your shins, rocking side to side. A little moment of self-love here. Rolling out the low back. Maybe you take circles with the knees if that feels good. There's no right or wrong answer. Just whatever feels good in your body today. And when you're ready, we'll release the feet to the mat and we'll cross the right foot and the right ankle over the left knee. You could stay here in your figure four, breathing into the hips, or you can thread the needle, interlacing the hands behind the left thigh, pulling the shin close towards your chest, pressing the right elbow into the thigh. The closer you pull that shin toward your chest, keeping the feet flexed, the more of a stretch you will feel in that right hip crease, inner thigh. Take a nice deep breath here, breathing into any spots that are holding on to tension, physical, emotional, anything that no longer serves you. And exhale to let it go. You have permission to say goodbye. Let it go. Take another nice deep breath. Exhale. We'll bring the left foot to the mat. And then we'll take our knees over towards the right side of the mat for a figure four twist. If this is too much, you can bring the knees together, stacked. So you're here, 90-degree bend, and coming down for your twist. Or you're in your figure four, letting the knees fall to the side. You could extend the left arm out as you rest the right hand on the knees, gazing over towards the left or up at the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. We'll come back through center and we'll release the right foot to the mat. Maybe stomp it out for a moment. And then we'll take the left foot, cross it over the right knee. Staying here in our figure four if this feels good for you. Or you can thread the needle, bringing the hands behind the right thigh, pressing the left elbow into the left thigh, flexing the feet, pulling your thigh and your shin towards your chest, breathing into the inner thigh, the hamstrings, the hip here. Take a nice deep breath. Finding anything you're holding on to on this side that you no longer need. And exhale, wash it away, say goodbye. Take another nice cleansing breath, just like that one. And exhale, we'll release the right foot to the mat. And same deal here, you can bring those knees over towards the left side, or you can stack the knees together at a 90-degree angle and bring them over if that feels better in your body today. Either way, find your twist. Reaching out with the right hand, keeping the shoulders on your mat, gazing at the right fingertips or up at the sky. You can rest the left hand on the left knee or thigh. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into the side body. And exhale, rinsing, letting anything left that needs to go, let it go. Beautiful. One more breath here. Wonderful. We'll come back up through center. We'll release the feet to the mat. Give ourselves one final squeeze here around the shins. You can enjoy a moment of stillness or rock side to side, whatever suits your needs. And then we'll release the right ankle and foot towards the right side of the mat and take the left foot over to the left. We'll bring our hands by our sides, the palms facing up, moving into our final resting pose, our Savasana. Take one beautiful big breath, the biggest breath that you've taken all day. Breathe into the arms, out the fingertips, down the legs, out the toes. One more full breath, just like that one. Cleansing breath. And exhale, relax the full weight of your body into the support of your mat, finding peace in your Savasana. Finding your natural breath as you relax here for the next few moments. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe rolling the wrists and ankles in one direction and then another. Turning on to whichever side feels good to you today. Using the upper bicep or the bottom bicep as a pillow. Taking a moment here to reflect on your practice, scanning your body, noticing your energy and how you feel, and taking one moment here just to extend thank you and gratitude towards yourself for coming to the mat, cultivating this time for self-care and self-love. You deserve it. Keeping the gaze lowered, the eyes closed, we'll make our way to a seated position on our mat. Sitting up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders, our palms are resting gently on our knees. We'll take a nice deep inhale and exhale into peace. Taking one final inhale to rise the arms up and overhead, the palms meet, and exhale the hands to heart center. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for yoga for your rest day. I hope you are feeling rested. I hope you are feeling at peace. I hope to see you again soon. And as always, from my heart to yours.